Stroke is one of Australia's biggest killers. The first 60 minutes after stroke onset are critical. If we can treat during that first golden hour, the likelihood of recovery is much greater.
However, Australians with stroke living in rural and remote locations, particularly Indigenous Australians, have poor access to acute stroke treatments and, as a result, significantly worse health outcomes.
The clock is ticking. If we don't act differently now, by 2050, there'll be a stroke every 4 minutes in this country and 1 million people living with the impact of stroke in our community. That's a devastating thought.
The first step in closing this gap and allowing really urgent treatment has been the Melbourne Mobile Stroke Unit, which brings the hospital to the patient.
It was just a normal day. I was just in the bathroom getting myself ready to go to school, and that's when the stroke hit me. My son found me maybe 15-20 minutes after I may have fallen. The mobile stroke unit arrived, then they had me downstairs really quickly for the CT scan. I probably owe my life to the mobile stroke unit and the quick treatment I received. We will be forever grateful for that quick treatment.
The mobile stroke unit is delivering fantastic results for those with stroke in metropolitan Melbourne. We now need to do much more, much better for those in remote and rural Australia.
To make stroke treatment truly mobile, we are miniaturising CT scans to enable us to treat at the point of care.
This is exciting because it will allow the development of the world's first stroke air ambulance and stroke-capable standard ambulances to reach regional and remote Australians. It's time to look to the skies.
We are part of a large team that have joined forces to make a difference. We are leading the engineering activity of the new stroke air ambulance together with our clinical colleagues.
Part of the challenge is developing new materials that make the brain scanners more lightweight and then miniaturising the components so that we can fit this all into an aircraft.
Each year, the Royal Flying Doctor Service retrieves hundreds of Australians from rural and remote parts of the country. The exciting thing about this project, working with the engineers, scientists and doctors as part of the Stroke Alliance, is that if we can make that diagnostic equipment small enough to be packed on a plane and taken to the patient, we'll be able to make that diagnosis sooner, initiate treatment sooner, and as a result, save the lives of rural and remote Australia.